All right, so this week we watched Dayshift, directed by J.J. Perry, starring Jamie Foxx, Dave Franco, and Snoop Dogg as the more notable ones. It is distributed by Netflix, of course, with the $100 million budget. Keep that in mind. And the synopsis is a hardworking dad out to provide for his daughter uses a boring pool cleaning job as a front for his real gig, hunting and killing vampires. All right, this should be a quick one. Where do you want to start?
Okay, I want to start.
Don't you take my fucking thing, Anthony.
No. Well, okay. Edward, you say yours first, and then I'll build off of it because I know what you're gonna say already.
So before the recording, I told Anthony, I was like, man, I can't tell if I like the movie or not. Because I couldn't tell if it was meant to be a comedy or an action or a mix of both. Because if it was a comedy, it was funny as fuck. But if it was meant to be serious, like in any shape, form, it was just dog shit.
It
There's
was
Here's
a mix of both for sure.
no. Here's my input on that. I think a lot of movies lately are they go in this direction where you make it so bad that it's supposed to be funny, right? But I think they were genuinely trying to be very serious. I think maybe there was a couple jokes in there, but I think the majority of it was actually them trying to be serious. And it
When it comes to like the world building and when they were introducing like the whole I mean, and this is fine for non spoilers, but they were introducing like what was it, like a bank or something where people do paperwork, and then it's like a corporation where you go and you can be a vampire hunter, and you do your paperwork and
the fuck. What
the
the fuck is it
union,
called?
bro,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the Union. That's all it's
something like
called.
that.
what about
It's
it
just
though?
called the Union.
When it comes to that stuff, when it's introducing all that, it takes itself like serious. But like when they're actually out on the field killing vampires, it is the way they kill the vampires and just how it comes across, especially with Dave Franco, it comes off very comedic. Those
But
It's
I
parts
don't
just
I
so
think
actually
it's
did
jarring.
supposed
laugh at.
to. I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
jarring.
supposed to.
Those parts, yes, I think it is. With like the Dave Franco, Dave Franco
Anytime
has a
he's on
couple jokes in
screen, it's
there,
just a
blatant
fucking full
jokes.
on comedy, bro.
Yeah, that's
Anytime
what I
he's on
mean.
screen.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
guess
what I
so.
mean. So that's
I-
that's like for sure straight up comedy. But like, yeah, I know what you mean though. It's very mixed. It's an
There
action
was
comedy. My
for
best
me my
guess.
biggest cons were that it was really cringy and just badly done in some scenes. And the two scenes, oh, one's a spoiler, but okay, one of the scenes is the freaking car chase scene. The whole time
Dude.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what?
Oh,
This can't be serious. They can't be like serious with this, but they were.
straight up. When the car scene chase started, I got on my phone.
Yeah. You missed- Okay, and then the next scene, it was immediately after that. I won't say what happened, but that whole do y'all know? Do y'all remember the scene right after that
I think
Yes.
so.
with the family?
Hmm.
Okay, that part was so terribly acted. Even I love Jamie Foxx, but even his acting in that scene was
I'm glad you noticed
terrible.
that too.
And
You
I was
know,
just, what
I
is
didn't.
going?
You know, it's funny though. I didn't think Snoop Dogg did that bad. I thought he was okay.
Yeah, well, Snoop Dogg
Dude,
just
whenever he showed up dressed as a cowboy, I just started laughing uncontrollably.
What
Like
was
I had
his
to
name?
pause it. J Man.
J Man.
Dude, that shit had me fucking rolling, dog. He just pulls up.
he was
He's like,
not
hey.
cowboy.
He was the boy. Whatever. I
Y'all
don't
think
know.
he was? No, he was definitely smoking like for real on set.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure,
probably
bro.
for sure. Yeah.
That was not prop.
I think that's hilarious.
Oh yeah. So if you want to get your dose of Snoop Dogg, then you might want to check this movie out. Okay, Edward, what's your con?
I
He
already gave
said
my
his.
con. It was the mixed, shitty ass tone of the movie.
Oh, okay. What was that? It sounded kind of strange.
Sorry. What's your con, Noah?
Okay. I'm trying to see what's not a. Well, I guess no, this isn't a spoiler. So like you are introduced into this world and this whole concept of vampire hunters, which is like fully established. They have this union. They have like a bunch of people already in the field. They have people that are like super good at it. Like they're just masters
Mm.
at killing vampires, and they take the teeth of the vampires and use them for like a quick buck, so they can sell it off basically. But all of this, like the whole concept in the world, I feel like it's very only established through like exposition dumps. Like they explain a
Oh,
lot of stuff. They take their time to explain a lot of stuff, which is why the runtime is so long because they're trying to explain all this stuff, but they only use it to the dialogue. They don't
I'm glad
show
you
it
noticed that
a lot.
too. I feel like that was the whole point of Dave Franco's character for like the first
Mm-hmm.
like 10 minutes he was there. He was just like, oh, by the way, there's a this, and this, and if this happens and this, but if it's actually this because of this and this, and actually there's a subtype of that which is actually this, but that subtype is
Right.
only good if this happens. And then
Real
later in
quick,
the movie, that exact scenario happens, and you're just like, bro, I fucking hate you.
do y'all
And
have any other cons?
and then Dave Franco's like, "Oh yeah, didn't you read the book?" And then Jamie Foxx is like, "Yeah, I got it off Reddit."
Do y'all have any other cons like after this? Because
For
I'm gonna
for
tie
spoilers,
this.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tie this into my spoiler free pro.
Okay, that's fine.
But I kind of actually disagree with what you're saying because one of my pros was the fact that we got thrown into this already established universe and world. Like, we didn't have the backstory of how the zombie started, how the union was formed, how everything.
Well,
I
they're not
loved how we
zombies; they're
were just,
vampires, so.
oh, that's what I meant.
I
I
know
loved
what
how
you meant.
we
I know what
were
you meant.
just thrown into this world and we had to like figure it out as we went along. Like, I appreciated the fact that we didn't have
Okay,
this like,
I think it was like that in the beginning. It was like that, yeah. But as the movie went on, they dumped Franco's character in to do the rest,
I don't
to
know. I don't
explain
think
all
so.
the rules and stuff.
I didn't get that from him. I got,
But it's like the first scene that he's in, he just exposition dumps
I'm
a
not
bunch
saying
of
that's the only thing
vampire
he did
facts.
either, yeah. But I'm just
Like
saying that's
literally,
one of
like
the
the
things he
first
did in
scene
the
he
movie.
had, he just sits down in the truck and is just reading off fact sheets about vampires and just thwoop, 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 thwoop.
yeah, but I don't think that was more of like him proving himself. Like he needs to prove himself worthy to go into the field. You know, like he has the book smarts,
Well,
and that's what he was proving to Jamie Foxx. And now he has to prove that he can actually go and fight.
Well, he never wanted
that's
to go
what
in
they
the
were
field.
trying. They just, I feel like they use that as more of an excuse to get
See,
to
I disagree.
exposition dump how the world works versus like it actually just showing him off. Like you
And
could
it's
tell by the
not.
way he showed up, he was already going to be nerdy. Like reading off the facts of the world didn't need to be there
It's
I
to
not.
feel
It's
show
not.
that he
It's not,
was
a, it's
nerdy.
not a bad way. It's not a bad way to introduce the rules and stuff. It's just I don't like when movies do that. Give
I
full
don't.
exposition
I don't
like
know.
that.
We can agree to disagree because I don't think that was the point, and I think they pulled that off really well.
Okie dokie. Well, if you like learning by the book, then I guess you'll like the movie through a lot of dialogue.
Okay, what are yours pros? Well, actually, I have one more pro.
Can you save it?
Well, you can go after us because I don't think we have very many.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Edward.
Um, yeah,
All right.
You don't got nothing?
it was okay. It was genuinely funny at some points. Like
Yeah.
I feel like Dave Franco's character actually brought out some chuckles in me every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever he
I
peed
agree.
himself, that shit made me laugh.
I liked it when he was like, "Did I shit myself this time?" Bro,
That shit
like,
actually made
like
me
he don't know.
that was
But
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. It was really funny, but like I said before, it just like it was confusing how funny it was at some points, but how serious it was like 2 seconds later.
yeah. That's fair.
Shit
I will.
did fucking make me chuckle.
I will say there were a few action scenes that were pretty cool. Vampire slaying. There's a particular one I really liked, but I'll
Fuck yeah,
just say
bro.
it
It's hard to go
as a
wrong
pro.
with fucking shanking vampires.
Dude, I thought the choreography was like amazing. It was like super or it was super unique and it was executed really really well and it was just so fun to watch. And it's just I already said this, but it was just so unique. Like the way they fought these vampires wasn't like any other type of movie, you know? Like
I
they
do
got
like they didn't treat us like we were stupid either. Like because everybody knows like the
The
typical
standard.
silver bullet, garlic, whatever, and he
I
just
thought
like
it was cool. They
they
like
just
put
straight up use
twists
it
on it.
without telling the audience. You know what
They
I mean?
right.
use it, but they put twists on it, you know?
Yeah, that too.
The opening fight scene was unmatched by any fight scene in the rest of the movie, though. Like the very first time he
What
fought
I
a vamp,
disagree.
Yeah, I have
like
another scene I
nothing
really
came
like.
close to that one.
I think there was one,
I
but
think
we'll
that
get
the scene well, okay, we'll get to it.
yeah
Yeah.
we'll get to that. But
Wait,
that's our little non spoiler spiel. So if you want to watch a movie with Jamie Foxx and Snoop Dogg, Dave Franco having a laugh and killing some vampires, then This movie's for you. Just go into this movie, turn off your brain, and I think you'll enjoy it.
I wouldn't recommend
I
it,
I wouldn't
honestly.
recommend I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want to check it out, you can.
If you want a mindless, funny laugh movie, I would. But if you want
I'd
to actually
recommend it.
see a good vampire movie, I suggest watching Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer.
That's
Dude, that book was so good. I read the book.
The movie was ass too, though.
one
And
out
that's
of
like a
three
12-year-old
hooligans
me
recommend.
acknowledging that a movie was ass.
True. I do recommend this movie though. Just
All right, 1 out of 3 recommend. Thank you all for watching. Make sure we have all our links down in the description for our social media, and wherever you're watching, please leave us a review because we want to start reading off reviews whenever we get them, critical or not.
All right.
And say hi to everyone for us and check out our merch. And boom. All right, we're going right into the spoiler review starting now.
Jamie Foxx getting shot in the ass cheek was hilarious.
okay. I'm gonna elaborate on my previous con. All right.
Sorry, go ahead.
This is not funny.
I thought it was.
Nice. The scene right after the car chase scene when the main bad guy, the main woman, whoever the hell she was supposed to be, she had his wife and his daughter. And it's just like every bit of performance from every person on that entire scene. I was just like, have they ever acted before?
Yeah.
Including Jamie Foxx. I was like, what is going on right now?
Homie's
I
just
feel
reading
like
what he
in
was
scenes
given,
like
bro.
that, like when like an actor is really good, I feel like that just means the writing is absolute shit for that scene.
I don't know.
Because if you know, like if you like notice like a really good actor all of a sudden just sucks dick at acting, that usually means it's just
Well,
really bad
even
writing.
his lines, I feel like the lines he said he could have portrayed better.
Well, they were mad corny, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he was like,
homie probably couldn't take himself serious
no.
saying it.
I don't know. It was
It's the director's fault for keeping that shit too.
You think
Yeah.
Jamie did this during filming? They're like in a scene and he's like, "Man, I can't read this shit."
yeah,
It's like
probably.
it's probably like, man, why the fuck did I sign this goddamn contract?
It's because
3 movies, my ass.
Netflix got millions of dollars to throw at him. That's why.
After fucking what was it? The movie with the pill.
Power.
After fucking
called?
Power, homie is just regretting whatever multi-movie deal he made with Netflix.
One more quick thing. Another con, and it started with the car chasing. When the daughter just like took off her headphones and was like, "Oh, I'm done. Looks like you could use some help." Like, bro,
yeah, bro.
What?
I thought the same thing.
And then she didn't think anything of him like
Doing all that.
And then at the end of the movie, the mom, the wife, and the kid, they were just like, "Oh yeah, my dad's a vampire slayer. No big deal."
That
Bro.
leads to my con too at the end, because the main villain just like out of nowhere was like, "Oh, I know what your family is. I'm gonna kidnap them, and then I'm just gonna." And then it went back to the beginning and was like, "Yeah, you actually killed my daughter. Like that's my whole motive."
You know
out
what?
of nowhere, and I was like, "What the fuck?" That's so
most of the movie
uninteresting.
forgot the main villain was the main villain. I feel like that's
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
was
saying.
the worst
She came out of
villain.
nowhere.
In my opinion, the main villain was just like the vampires,
There.
the regular ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's supposed to be this big bad guy, like this. How old is she? She's like 700 years old or
I don't
something.
know, but she gets taken out just like the rest of them, man.
That's what I mean. She can't. She's in running real fast. She can't see the damn tripwire, the tripwire trick that he does. Like what? How are you that dumb when you live that long?
Look, man.
I didn't get that. That whole thing was.
She may have lived 700 years, but the writers were there for 2 days.
Yeah. Honestly.
I didn't get it. That's my big thing.
And then Netflix wonders why they're broke as fuck, and they put shit out like this.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
And they test screen it, bro. They're like, this should do.
They're like, oh, 40% of people liked it? Yeah, that'll do, bro. That'll do. I feel like they just pay hype men. They're like, here's $50. Say the movie's good. That way we can get it greenlit.
They're gonna make a sequel called Night Shift. I'm calling it.
Bro.
He's gonna follow Snoop Dogg's character
Oh,
exclusively.
I get it. Dayshift.
Dude, Snoop Dogg was actually fucking dope as shit in that scene when he's all killing them.
Snoop Dogg just played.
Why was he the best part of the whole movie, bro? When
Yeah.
he showed up, I knew the movie was just gonna be good from there. It wasn't, but I was like, damn, maybe this movie is gonna be good.
That sequence, and then the one when he hired those two guys to help him kill those vampires. Those are the best sequences, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay.
Those
That
are
was
sick.
my best like choreographed fight is when they were in the house with the nest.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
that
don't know.
was
I
the
thought
best.
the first one was really cool. Like the
I did
opening
too.
scene
It
was
was.
fucking insane.
It was all good, in my opinion. I don't think there was a single dull fight scene for
The
me.
end
They weren't
was-
dull, but
the
I
end
feel
was
like
kinda
they were
trash.
just like. I just thought they were kind of just generic, like point and shoot. Like it felt like a FPS.
Well, that's a shooting scene. I'm talking fight scenes.
I'm talking most of like the vampire fight scenes just felt like a FPS. Homie just showed up with a big ass gun and was like, "All right, see you, bitch."
Bro, what?
Snoop Dogg
This
be like,
this probably is like one of my favorite choreographed movies like in a while.
I thought there were like 3 that were pretty good, but other than that, I was just like, yeah, they just kind of jump at him and you just bop,
you didn't like Bullet Train's
Bob.
choreography?
bop, 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 bop,
I like
bop.
this one more.
Really?
No, this wasn't even fucking close to Bullet Train.
Bullet Train was really good. Oh wait, guys. So my whole thing. Okay, tell me if this is accurate. So while I was watching the movie, I was thinking the entire time. I was like, "This is basically Ride Along, but with vampires and Dave Franco."
Yeah.
Dude, that's legit comparison. I was thinking the whole damn time.
It was, yeah.
Instead of Kevin Hart, it's Dave Franco. But anyways, yeah, that's what I got.
I
Any
will
pros?
say, my con is like the most fucking confusing part of the movie to me.
Mhm.
Is that he obviously doesn't tell his wife that he's a fucking vampire hunter, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, why not?
That's
What the
pretty
fuck
damn
is the point of
pretty
keeping
damn
it a
important.
secret? What's the
And then
point of
when
keeping it a secret if everyone knows vampires exist? Like, why
Yeah.
even fucking make it like a secret
Well,
thing
no,
at all?
they didn't know apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, don't play with us."
Oh, but every other fucking person,
I'm clipping that, Anthony.
but every other fucking person in the world is just like, oh, yeah, vampires, bro, gnarly.
Oh, that tooth? That's not an elder. That's
That-
actually just an adult.
Oh no, they were about 10 years off. Sorry, fucker.
He got screwed in the beginning, like by
Dude
everybody.
said, "Huh? What are you talking about, bro?" But all right, we can move on
That's
to
all I
pros
got.
if y'all have any pros.
My pros was the choreography and the world building.
I actually finished my pros.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
I got nothing else.
Worried.
Wow, guys, I'll tell you this: my rating coming into this was a lot different than it's about to be.
Mine's not. Mine's pretty.
Anthony's gonna give it a 7.
Because like you, Edward, I was a little mixed, and I was like, I don't think it was that bad. But as we slowly go down the problems, I'm like, oh, it was
Yeah.
that bad. In my opinion, in my home.
What do you think I'm gonna rate it, Noah? I'm curious.
What do I think you're gonna rate it?
Yeah.
I think you're gonna give it a 6.
Well, I'm gonna give it a 5.
Oh
okay.
shit! That's how you know Anthony means business.
I was gonna give it a 4, but the choreography bumped it up for me.
I'm actually gonna give it a 4. I thought it was entertaining enough to get to keep my attention, at least for the most part.
Yeah,
I was gonna give it a 3.
that's
3,
you know,
4,
I am okay with that.
3, 4, 5.
So average 4.
That's actually very lovely. It's a lovely number.
I'm okay with an average of 4. That's a
Yeah, no, there's like Snoop Dogg is what made the movie a 3, and that was it. If there was no Snoop Dogg, this movie would be a 0 alongside
Wait.
Firestarter and
Dave Franco always does good
The
too.
Last Days of American Crime.
You know what would have been a better movie? It would have been a better movie if it was like a squad of vampire killers and it was like Snoop Dogg, Eminem, like Joyner,
would be
Kendrick
cool.
Lamar. That would have been badass. I also like that they were allowed to use Snoop Dogg songs because he was in it. So he was like, "Yeah, I'll give y'all the okay."
Dude,
So-
that's what that I'll add that to my pros. Is that like I started watching the movie and like the first 3 songs that were playing, I was like,
They were,
"Holy shit,
yeah, they
this
were
soundtrack's
bumping.
fucking banging, bro!" And I was like, "Why don't all movies play shit like this?" And I saw Snoop Dogg was there, and I was like, "Oh shit,
You're like,
that's
oh,
why."
yeah, that's how they got it. But yeah, pretty sick. Anything else, boys?
Typical, typical Netflix L. I don't think anyone's surprised here.
No, I'm not.
That's all for me. All right. That concludes this week's episode. So go, social and rates and merch. And I'll see you guys later.
Wow, how classy.
So say hi to
Say hi to your mom for us.
Mm, yeah.